I'm training 16 hours a week, and that will definitely increase. I mean, I will be training over 20 hours a week, certainly at some point, but right now it's 16 hours a week of training. So Monday in the morning is an 8-mile easy run. And then in the afternoon, I have core work, core and strength work, and then a 90-minute endurance bike. Tuesday, 8-mile easy run in the morning. In the afternoon, core and strength work, and a 90-minute sweet spot bike. This is also where I will place, when I start doing them, my long bike sessions. So it'll get up towards 2 hours and 3 hours and 4 hours and 5 hours and a 6-hour bike ride. And I'll place these Tuesday afternoons. Wednesday in the morning is my speed work. So right now it's 10 miles total of volume. And this will rotate every other week between critical velocity on the track and then tempo. So this week, for example, the first week is on the track. Next week, I already have programmed, it's 1 mile repeats. And in the afternoon, I have a swim session. Thursday, AM, swim session. PM, it's a brick workout. So it's a bike session into a run. So initially it's gonna be a 90-minute bike session. This is either VO2 max focused or strength focused on the bike with a 6-mile runoff. So a brick workout is when you go from a bike session directly into a run. So it's called a runoff. Friday in the morning, 9-mile easy run, afternoon, core and strength work, and a swim session. Saturday is my long run. And then Sunday is core and strength work and a 45 to 60 minute recovery spin on the bike. So this is a very easy spin, just get blood flowing, not overtaxing at all, but just help with recovery and feeling fresh going into the following day being Monday. Now, key workouts. When you're training at this much volume, it is absolutely critical and essential that you're making sure that your easy days are easy so that your hard days can be hard. When there's key workouts that require effort and intensity, the only way you can show up with effort and intensity is if you truly take your easy days easy. And this is why it's so important to wear a heart rate monitor so you can have objective data that's telling you if you are going easy enough. Heart rate is a great tool and data point to reinforce, hey, this is an appropriate level of effort to hold. So it's not overtaxing the body and you're working the aerobic system at the right capacity to improve and increase mitochondrial density. That's how you build that aerobic base, making sure you're in the right zone. So key workouts for running, I'll have my easy runs. It's just accumulating volume below my max aerobic heart rate. I have my tempo workouts. I have my critical velocity workouts, like I said, that are on the track. And then there's these key marathon paced workouts that I learned how to incorporate from my running coach, Jeff Cunningham. There's an 18-mile workout, a 20-mile workout, a 21-mile workout, and a 22-mile workout that I already have placed within my program. I don't believe any of these key workouts start until August. And that 22-mile workout is finished, I think, like 3 or 4 weeks before the race. But these workouts are done to hit specific paces and structured very specifically to build confidence and let you know where you're at in terms of a marathon build, or in this case, the running portion of an Ironman build. So those are kind of the key components of running. I'll be running between 50 and 65 miles a week. I might touch 70 miles a week at the peak when I'm doing some of these like 22-mile workouts, for example. In terms of the bike, so there's a few different bike sessions I'll be doing. There's an endurance session, sweet spot workouts, VO2 max workouts, and then big gear and strength work. So all these workouts are based off of percentages of your FTP. FTP on your bike is your functional training power. You can determine your functional training power. There's 2 tests you can do. One is the ramp test, and the other one is, I believe, a 20-minute FTP test. I've always done the ramp test. Right now, I'm working off of my previous FTP, which is 300 watts. I'll be doing a new ramp test in the next couple weeks to reassess and reestablish where I'm at. But an endurance bike session is about 55 to 75% of your FTP. Sweet spot workout is 85 to 95% of your FTP. And VO2 max workouts are shorter intervals above your FTP. And then big gear or strength work is when you go into literally a big gear, the biggest gear on your bike. You're working at a lower cadence, there's high resistance, and it feels like a strength workout. Your legs should be on fire. And just building a lot of muscular endurance and fatigue. It's strength work. It feels like you're going in and you're hitting leg extensions and barbell squats and walking lunges. So those are the key workouts on the bike. And then initially on the swim, it will be all form and efficiency focused. And then we'll start doing intervals and then some testing for like the 500 meter, for example. But I'll start incorporating these after I go through my kind of reintroduction to swimming, because it's been literally years since I've swam last. So that's going to require, I believe, the most amount of time to get back into the swing of things.